Look at what I know it says work without a GDC, but let's have a look at how we can do this on a GDC so we can visualize what's actually happening and what the calculations are doing. Okay, so just feel free to follow along. Looking at example 10, the first one, the integral between 0 and 3 of x minus 2. So the function we're looking at is x minus 2. It's obviously a straight line. And it's asking us to find the area between 0 and 3 and the curve between. So what we have to be careful of is the scale on this is a little bit weird. Okay, so we can do it, but I want to change the window settings. So I'm going to change the window settings. We're looking for 0 and 3 on the x-axis. So I'm going to go to -1 and 4, just so I can zoom in on that little bit that we're interested in. Normally we would have x scale as auto, but I'm going to change this to 1. That's because it's going to allow me to pinpoint where I actually need to be. Okay, so if we've got a value like later where we have a -5/4, it's just not going to work for us. Or we can, but we just have to, it's a bit more fiddly. So let's go from -5 up to 5, keep that scale 1, just so we can read it a bit more easily. Okay, so now we've got, again, our straight line, but each of these is now worth 1. If we go to menu, analyze graph, it's down here, number 6, the integral. Okay, and then it says lower bound, and it says, right, where do you want to work from? We know that we're looking at 0. And then we can go to 1, it can go to 2, and then we can go to 3. Okay, so that's where the value -3/2 comes from. Yeah. So again, let's have a look at another question. So part B on example 10, we have the function 1/t. We have the function 1/t, but here we're going to call it x. Its answer is obviously a bit bigger. We're looking for 2 to 6, the area under the curve from 2 to 6 this time. So if menu, analyze graph, we're going to go to Windows Zoom. I'm going to change the settings. I'm going to go from -1. I'm going to go to, let's say, 8. Change the scale to 1. It doesn't really matter about the x now, so let's just leave it like that. Okay, so we've still got our curve. We're going to do menu, analyze graph this time. We're going to do integral, and we want from 2. Okay, so we've changed the scale now, so we know it's there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it gives us a value of 1.1 as the definite integral. Just to double check, the answer for that should be natural log of 3. So there you go. Natural log of 3 is 1.0986. 3 significant figures. 2 significant. Yeah, it's 1.1. Okay. So you can do this on your GDC as a check, but the numbers obviously come out as a different value. If it says without a GDC, we're probably looking at a paper 1.